So to finish it out, I'm going to take my foundation. It's Fit Me, and this is the Dewy and Smooth formula. I got it in the color 355 Coconut. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put it in the blog, in another blog, so to speak. But I meant to get the matte and poreless, but I ended up picking up the Dewy and Smooth because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to apply this foundation. And I'm also gonna take my body blender, well, my body sponge by Real Techniques, and I'm going to make sure that everything is well blended into my face. So I really do like the color of this foundation. I feel like it's a pretty good match for my face, considering it's drugstore. So yeah, I'm just stippling it on my face so I don't really disturb the primer that's on my face. And I always make sure to get my neck. Now this is going to be the hard part, getting around these brows and trying to camouflage them. Because ain't no way. And I can say this foundation is pretty much full coverage. Like, I don't think it says it on the bottle. Let me check. I don't think it says it on the bottle though. But it feels pretty much full coverage because I did have some dark spots on my face besides that right there. And you can't really see them too much. So yeah. Also with this foundation, I found that I don't get super oily and it doesn't really separate. Well, no, I lied. It does separate, but I always have separation on my nose. But that is the only place. And I think that day, the day that it did separate, was because I put on way too much of that baby face primer. And that's the thing, that baby face primer, it feels greasy. Like, it's not really, it's like a silicone greasy combination. It's kind of weird. Next, I'm just gonna highlight, and I will highlight using, dang bro, I'm gonna highlight using my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in Tan Sand. And I'm also gonna mix it with a little bit of my MAC foundation that I used earlier on my brows. And the color on that is NC45. So I'm not going to use too much of this concealer because it is really bright. So. And I like to use the wand of my Shape Tape to mix in my NC45. I take it down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on the chin, and a little bit above my mouth. I don't really highlight my forehead because I just don't care for it. So it's not one of my things too much. I usually do it for the sake of this video, but I'm not even finna do it for that today because I just don't. So, and now I'm just going to use my Real Techniques setting brush. Yes, it's a setting brush, but I'm going to use it to you know, drag out my concealer. And then I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge to kind of push it in. And I don't like to drag it too far up my face. My face is already round and wide. So yeah. I try to keep it concentrated in the middle. Try. It don't mean it works. So yeah. So after I feel like I got it pretty much dispersed where I wanted it, I used to go back in with my foundation brush and smooth out the edges, and also go on top of that concealer just so I can make it blend in with the rest of my makeup. And now I'm just checking to see if there are any places that I feel like I missed or need to blend out more. So I'm just gonna check, see if I need to blend out more. Yeah. After I do that, I go in with my body blender from Real Techniques, or body sponge, or whatever it's called. I don't really know what it's called, so it's gonna be that today. And I like to just go on top of all my makeup. And just push it in. Okay. After I do that, I'm gonna set under my eyes. And I will set under my eyes using my Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is not the tinted one. This is the regular first translucent kind. So I'm gonna take that, and I'm not gonna use a blender. I'm gonna use a brush, and I'm going to actually use my contour brush from Real Techniques as my under eye setting brush. It's such a good size. And I just like to pat it under my eye. I don't necessarily bake. I really don't care to bake because sometimes my skin is very combination oily, dry. It doesn't know what it want to do. So I crease up a lot under my eyes when I bake. So I try not to put too much powder under there. And also I don't want flashback. Like this powder, it doesn't flash back, but sometimes if you put too much, it will make your makeup look very, I don't know, lately it's been making my makeup, well, before I switched foundations, been making it look pretty ashy in a way. And also set your eyelids, which I forgot about. And if you do see creasing, make sure you go in with your beauty blender or brush and get rid of the creasing before you set your eyes, or else you're going to set in those creases. So yeah. So after doing that, I'm going to go in with my Fit Me powder, and this color is, this is the matte and poreless powder, and I did get in the color 330 Toffee. You're probably wondering why I have the foundation in 355 and I got this in 330. Well, when I was in the store, I put this powder 330 next to the coconut 355, and this one actually looked darker. So of course I'm gonna go with the darker powder that I seen. And I haven't really had any problems with it since getting it, so everything's good. And now with that, I'm going to go in with my powder brush. I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I'm going to go over where I set on my eyes with it. And also the rest of my face. Dang, on camera it looks like I really didn't highlight. My whole face looks the same color. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, I'm sorry I keep playing with my hair. It's like, it's too much. It's too much hair. So, next, I'm going to contour using my Becca. Kind of like bronzing contour and bronze. Yeah. I'm going to go in with my Becca and Cacao. And I'm going to take, what brush do I want? And I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush, my sculpting brush. And I might actually go in with my contour brush. I don't, it might happen. I don't know. But yeah. I'm just going to try to shape my face. Woo! And this I like to drag it up into my temples. And drag it kind of close to the corners of my mouth. And I also drag it upwards. This brush, I don't care for this brush right now. It's putting a product where I don't want it. But after I get my desired bronzing, I usually go back over my chin with it. So I usually take it here. And also the same on the other side. Here. And I also like to take some on my nose which I tried to slightly contour earlier without using contour powder, but I still like to go over it. If you watched any of my other videos, then you'll know that most of the time I don't use eyeshadows too much. Instead, I use my contour powder, or I'll use a blush. And matter of fact, I need to do my blush. So taking that powder brush that I used earlier by Real Techniques, I like to mix in all of these blushes. I can't talk, y'all. All of these blushes together. And this is the e.l.f. palette. It's a blush, yeah. And it's in the dark. It's the dark blush palette. And I like to take that to my cheeks. And I like to kind of sit it on top of my contour, so it blends into it. And I don't like extreme blush. I like for it to be pretty subtle. So yeah. And like I said, next I'm going to go in with the same blush palette. And I'm just going to take this darker blush shade, and I'm going to use it as eyeshadow. And I'm going to take it to the other side before I blend out everything. So taking a fluffier brush, I'm going to be using, I don't know which brush I'm going to be using. Then I'm going to just take this e.l.f. blending brush, just basic blender brush. I'm going to try to blend that out a little bit. Like this is, I'm going to go with my contour color and hit my crease to deepen that. So next I'm going to go in with my matte gold deposit. This is like, I use it every day, all the time. And I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques fan brush. And actually I'm going to wet it using my Prime and Fine, I think it's Catrice Cosmetic Spray. I don't know how I feel about this spray yet, because I got it just because it was on sale on at Ulta. But I really don't know how I feel about it, so, you know. This is like my everyday highlight color. After I do that, I'm not real big on eyeliner either, so I'm just going to go in with my Mega Plush Volume Express eyeliner by Maybelline. And this is just one of those go-to, you know, things that I have. So yeah. To finish out this look, I would put on my lashes, but I'm not in a lash mood today. So I'm just gonna pop on some lip liner if I can find it. And I'm gonna use the lipstick in Stone, and this is a MAC lipstick, and like I said, it's in Stone. And I'm going to use my lip pencil in True Brown Cat. And this is like a grayish brown color. It's so odd, but I really like it. And this is my finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed me struggling trying to do these brows, because that is not fun, and I do not recommend anyone to actually do those brows. because it's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. And it's just not. It's just really not, because regular eyebrows are hard enough to do by themselves, but trying to do swiggly, unless you have really thin eyebrows where you can just draw them in and be fine, I just wouldn't do it. I'll just pass it. So yeah, thank you all for watching my videos. I'm not gonna go through the whole like, comment, subscribe thing because everyone says it and I'm tired of saying it. So if you like this video, you know what to do. And also I hope you guys tune in for my other videos that I will be having in the future. But anyways, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys.